Hey guys, it's Phantom and welcome back to MMORPG Tycoon 2. Great to have you with me again. So last episode we set up the initial region for a level 2. I did some more decorating between episodes. As you can see, I did fill this up a little bit. So instead of making a bigger graveyard, I just filled it up with some tree trunks and stuff like that. Place some just regular bushes in here as well, because I had to fill it a little bit. Place a couple of houses here just to make it a little bit more alive. Some rocks, as well as some guard towers. I figured those would be pretty nice to have some here as well, covering the main entrances. And it kind of looks a little bit out of style, so I'm not quite convinced this is the right building for it yet, but this could function as a prison, which all in all I think should function pretty well. We could maybe pretend the kobolds get dumped in here, and those who are captured at least, in order to stop the invasion. Also, we are able to do an upgrade, so let's focus on that right now. We chose Bling last time, so let's go to Gibbs this time. There we go. And our next release is at 2.2.1. We are at 2.2.0 right now. It does seem like the actual release state gets downgraded a little bit once you have an upgrade available but not yet take it immediately. So any upgrades you then spend afterwards are basically lost in terms of the overall upgrade counter, which is a shame. For our another region, for our town main city, we wanted to use this region. However, the more I look at it, the more it's become apparent that this might not function. Yes, it's boxed in well. Yes, it's connected to multiple areas, which should function pretty well. But it only has a very small access to port, which means that we can't, for example, buy a big shipyard here. In order to illustrate what I mean, let's say I put a wall out there, and there you go, a region isn't owned. So we can only go about this far, which won't make it that big. It can go a little bit past the rocks. Yep. So we should expect to maybe get to about here. So we'd have to go straight instead of getting a nice curvature like that direction. And so that's a shame, but we'll have to take a look at that, but that's for another episode. For now, what we are going to do, obviously, is continue working on this region, make sure that it's done, so we can move on to region level 3, which will probably be here, because I really like the gloomy side of this area. Also, we are at 999 subscribers, so one more, and we will get our 1,000 subscribers. So basically, we just gotta wait for a sec. Oh, and actually there it already is. Look at that. That's great. So our next step is to get 10,000 subscribers, and that's gonna take a while. I let the game run, obviously, for a little bit, since I spent most of the cash in a lot of cash in order to decorate it. Not too much, but the modular buildings are very, very expensive, since they cost about 1k each. But if we take a look at our reports and go to levels, we can see that some players have reached level 3, but most are still at level 2. So they are currently grinding in this area, and that obviously also means that this is not done. So I kind of want to tackle this section of the region first. And what I was thinking was, in the previous episode, we were taking a look at buildings and then landmarks, and we found the Witch's Tower, the Witch's Spire, but that really didn't seem to fit in the general area. However, I do think that it kind of will fit here. We could then maybe make it so that it kind of infests with spiders and stuff like that, or undead. So let's place that over there. People will be drawn by that. We obviously need to get a quest giver there as well, but that will come in time. Not quite sure if we want to get a road there. We do, however, want to get obviously a wall. Maybe zone it off a little bit. Just leave out gaps. Maybe do a distance snap of, let's say, 50 meters. Can we make it smaller? No, we can't. So it obviously is always going to be that size, and that's too much. So let's not do that. Let's just do it like so. And so there we go. So that's going to be a small little area. Let's decorate it even further with some, do we want scenery? Is there a structure actually which is a little bit broken down? I mean, these are, so maybe these could fit in. Let's give me the simple mode, please, and let's just pretend that something used to be here, but that was now broken down. So maybe like that. Let's do it like this. I think that's gonna be nice. There we go. And then I think it was this one. Yep. So let's copy that over. So there used to be a building there, but now it has been demolished by evil forces, which we really wanted to kill. We could get a tent out here. Maybe one or two. Maybe rotate that a little bit. I've seen there are some travelers maybe coming by and trying to capture the area, but yeah, unfortunately that did not work. Do we want a battering ram? Doesn't really fit, does it? Cannon doesn't fit. Could get this as a basic crane, maybe function as a trebuchet. Let's just place that there. Why not? Not overthink it. And well, I wish there was a broken down version of this one, because that would be amazing to get that in here. So maybe let's just place it. That's a little bit too big, I think. So let's place that about here, here, and here. So we get the idea that we are trying to attack this, but it's not yet working. And there we go. There's already someone here visiting. Very nice. He's a gold farmer, actually. Ooh, I don't like gold farmers. Well, I do, as long as they're not selling it, obviously. Ooh, a lot of people are being drawn to this area. Interesting. Right, so we kind of want to get some rocks in, make it a little bit more inaccessible. And then this one as well. Let's downscale that a little bit. There we go. Just decorate the area a little bit. That's pretty nice. Then get some random scattered all around the region. We could do this one as well. It doesn't really seem that fitting, but it's fine. Maybe there used to be a big beast here. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So let's place that there, and then maybe the scale of the head obviously needs to be toned down a little bit as well. So we'll do it like actually, if we can fit it to there, that would be great. That's a little oversized, so let's go for a 0.2. There we go. Awesome. There we go. Skeleton there. These are nice, but not really fitting. I think the region is pretty good. We could maybe decorate it a little bit with some grass and terrain, but we don't want to overdo it. So let's just place some randomly around. And I kind of also want to get a little campfire in the middle. Let's see. Do we want this one? Actually, let's use this one. We haven't used it that often yet. There we go. Obviously spending a lot of money again for decorating, but it's gonna be worth it because we want our points of interest to look pretty nice. Place these around a little bit, not too much. And maybe a tree trunk. There, there, and there. And then what else that doesn't fit? That's another tree trunk. Maybe just fill it up with the regular plants we usually do it with. Let's increase skill a little bit. There we go. Nice, very nice. Okay, and then in the center, scenery, and then I don't think it's buildings. Oh, actually it is. We want a very crude well. Will this one work? That's too nice. That's just in a good state. That's in a good state. We'll take this crude well. Why not? Place it like that. And do we have some benches as well? No, they're not. So let's place a card or two in, because why not? Let's place it there. There. And then maybe a card here. And then we have some boxes, so let's put the place on. And then stack those a little bit. There we go. So now it looks like there's actually still something in the cart for some reason. Right, so NPCs. Well, we want an NPC zone, obviously. And we want to get... let's see. So it needs to be infested, but by what? So we have kobolds here. We have crocodiles here. So that leaves us with skeletons and spiders. I think we're going with skeletons. I think that's pretty good. So let's get that in like that first. Maybe push it outward a little bit. We will add some more scenery, obviously, alongside the road in order to fill it up a little bit more. But there we go. Also, what I did notice is there is a small little spot that is not connected here. And there we go. Now it is. Right. We want a skeleton boss. So let's just place a guy here, a guy here, a guy here. There we go. What else do we need? Actually nothing, but we do want to get this into a crowded density. There we go. And we want to, can we actually, we can't do anything with him, so that's a shame. Right, so this area is now pretty good. It's a little bit empty right now, so we'll go for scenery, structures, maybe add a small guard tower somewhere. Maybe on the road, just as a lookout point, and maybe here as well. And then what I'm looking for are what's it called, the basic defense objects, and that's a little bit too small. That's a bit better, so let's just scatter those around as if there was a front line here, but yeah, they got cocked over. That's pretty good. And then I want to work with some trees. Now I just want regular trees and not that large, because holy shit, look at that. Let's go for a 0.2. That's fine. As to make it a little bit more hidden, but not too much, because it fills up the area nicely. Do we have another tree which is useful? Yeah, maybe this one. Let's go for a 0.3 again. There we go, very nice, that looks great. And the finishing touch obviously is to get some rocks in, but bigger rocks. So I want to get them to a size, that's okay. And let's just pretend these are resources that the player can then mine. Great, okay. So this area is now decorated. What I then want to do obviously is get an NPC quest giver. So let's place the quest giver here. And we want the tough one. Let's go for the scout. And the scout is going to lead to the guard, or that guard. And the scout always has a function. Also is going to get a function to go to this area, which is going to be pretty different. And then this should be fine. And then I want to go to the sage and then maybe rescue him. Okay, so the NPC is actually killing them. That's not very good. That's not gonna work, unfortunately. Okay, that's a shame. So I wish we could just place him here and like rescue him, but obviously that's not really going to work now, is it? Because he will just start killing them off. There we go. We can upgrade again, and ooh, that's a big upgrade. We're going to a 3.0.0. So we have friends lists already, parties already. We could go for flight paths, but I don't think we really need that. PvP duels could be nice, since they could then fight against each other, and badges as pure achievements. Let's see. I think we should enable PvP first and then go for guilds, or do we want to go for guilds and then PvP first? Tough call. But I think we're going for PvP duels. It's a basic thing in the game. Sure, guilds is as well, but we'll take that with 4.0. So let's release. And we have a streamer event upcoming. Popular web influencer Iron announced that they will be checking out our new version, and he will start on day 3, so that's in a couple of hours. Right, so let's then set up our NPCs, obviously. So quests, I want you to remove that, and I want you to go to either discard or go to this town. Or go to... Well, actually, that would be a double. So let's place an NPC giver here and let him go to there. I think that's much better. Let's adjust this and go to the dude over there. There we go. Go to captain, and I want to get the XP down a lot, so let's give him 15. And this is just a travel quest as well, so let's give you a 15 XP as well. Not too much, we don't want to overdo it, because there'll be power creep, and I kind of want to stop that as much as I can. And then you, let's see, I don't want you to kill kobolds, that's dumb. So let's go here and start eradicating that. And I want you to kill 16, let's go for 10 monsters, and the rewards are fine. As well as the fact that I want you to go and kill this dude. That's good. Kobolds can go. Okay, that's fine. So now this area gets used. And then I need another quest giver, which is going to be a guard. I think a guard would be pretty good here. And then the scout. Actually, the scout already points to the tavern, right? Yes, it does. So they will automatically then find this dude. And this dude can then lead them bash to the skeletons. Is almost correct. But I'd rather have you go here. Let's just go back to the city. Let's remove this. Give him one quest, that's fine. And this dude can then remove the tavern, remove the kobolds. I don't want to do that. Go to this zone and massacre 10 monsters. And I want you to kill another boss. So let's go kill him. So that's 2 frost. And let's check. He has... No. This dude. 2 doom. Okay, that's fine. So they have different NPCs. That's pretty good. We don't want to get a fence in there. We could get a fence in here. But this area has now been decorated fully, and I like that. That's probably going to work. So let's get a basic fence out here, and then maybe break it up, obviously, because we don't want to make it boring. There we go. And that leaves also some room to get something in there. There's really no use for this outside area, I think, so let's just leave that. And then it's probably designing this region as well, so we should get something in there. And then obviously this. Still a lot of work in this area, so we have to kind of be careful since cash is coming in, but we gotta be careful. We don't want to spend too much, which we're constantly doing. There's a lot of bug reports and help tickets though. That's something that needs our priority right now. Let's hire you, and then I also want to get you. There we go. That's costing a lot more money per day, but it's worth doing that. And let's take a look at our levels. Wrong tab, this one, and then levels. More players are getting here, but this is also still very high, so yeah. Currently we are fine. Players will traverse here. This just needs decorated. I don't want to do anything here. What's he actually got to do? Kill the crocodiles, okay. Actually, let's go kill 10, because why not? And this dude, set it as your new home and return to me. Go to Spire. And you, Spire, and go to the respawn point. Okay, that means that no one is really attacking these kobolds, so... oh wait, there is, because... he's there. There we go. That tied in pretty well. I do want you to kill more kobolds, please. There we go. That's pretty good. Nice. Okay, I'm liking how this area is looking. Obviously, it's requiring a lot more detail, but that's fine. That should work. We should probably get more inns in here as well. I think this is only our second tavern, but we need. Inns, because that will definitely become a problem. So let's get the spooky inn in here, but the size is too big. I don't like that. Obviously, unfortunately, we cannot resize it, so Let's just place that over there. There we go. And then maybe that's big. Maybe get a coastal one in here as well. Just like a small coastal thingy. There we go. Maybe get a path out there as well. Right. There is a single shop there. Should we add another shop for this region? Well, maybe yes, like that. Shop, and then just let's do the warlike shop, because why not? There we go. And now we are almost out of money. 1k left. So that's not really too good, since we still want to be decorating. And I saw at a safe play of a mate of mine that he had several millions, literally several millions. So yeah, I saw an unsub there. What is going on? Scenery is nice, I keep dying, there's too many jerks in chat, I can't find anything fun to do. That's not good. Rating is pretty good. Positive buzz is very good. This is still pretty good. It seems like our income is tanking a little bit, but that's okay. We're still obviously repaying our loan, but I think all in all we're doing pretty well. We just gotta stop building for a sec. So what we'll do is fast forward time a little bit, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. We are at day 3, so the streamer event should start pretty quickly. Actually, I think it already has started, and we're up to 13k again, so we are making some money. Did a small little adjustment, placed a potion shop here, because a lot of people were dying in this region, and that's mainly because of the density, probably. As well as here with the kobolds, a lot of people are dying there. You might want to say that the potion shop is just, yeah, something wrong with it, but I can't really find out why. I mean, let's just ask them for 10 gold, and well, we could do real money, but yeah, why should we? Just gonna take a small sip of my drink. Now there is something going on, obviously, in my mind, which is to decorate this area even further, because it's quite large, like the first area. I was considering making this into a level 2 and 3 region, so that would upgrade this. This would allow us to further enhance the region, which would then make us a lot of money, but that would also mean that the level of this area gets kicked up to level 4, 5 and maybe 6. So I'd say level 4 and 5. We don't want to go too fast, since there's a lot that we have to do, obviously, and I think there's in total, well, let's go 20 levels, right? Yeah, so there's 20 levels here, so that's something we need to keep an eye on. Also, I think it is time... Oh, that's the wrong button. I think it is time... Let's just click away here. We can now create our own NPCs, so we are definitely going to do that. So first, let's work on the... Well, the money is just raking in, because that's pretty important. Let's create a foul beast. Let's go for the stance. Do we want humanoid, or do we want quadruped? Let's go for quadruped, why not? And then maybe angry. Obviously we want to make it a boss, so we'll give it a big head. Skeleton, that's not good. That looks pretty mean. That's already... There we go, that's fine. Torso needs to be adjusted a little bit. We can scale him up, obviously, like that. We do want a tail. There we go. And its paws. Oh, that looks nasty. I try to do the same for the front. Something like that? No, not quite. Oof. Also nasty. That's fine, that's gonna work. I like the legs, he needs to have some grip as well. Okay, I think that's a pretty good boss. Let's give him some abilities. So we want to make him level 4 as well. We want to make him pretty strong. And I don't want him called being bear, but I want him to called being ravaged orc. Goblin. There we go. Let's do it like that. So now we have the ravaged goblin, and we can then maybe get him in here as well, and maybe get the regular NPCs as well. So we have the goblin and the regular ones as well. So that's pretty good. Let's verify one thing. If you go back to design. If we copy him over, can we copy him over is the question. Because the regular version is going to have the same look as the bigger version, which is something I really don't want to have. Regardless, should we maybe decorate this a little bit so to finish this off? Yeah, because why not? We're short on time, so let's do a small little things in order to get that finished. So maybe do it like that. There we go. That's alright. Not too bad if I say so myself. Scenery. Well, we have trees, but we really don't want that. Actually, I like this one. We should have used that somewhere on this region, maybe. But that's okay. That's okay. The region is now does now exist, so we'll just fill that up here. So let's make it like an undead, gloomy forest, something like that. Everything has just died. There we go. Very nice. Maybe extend it a little bit. Is there more? Oh, there is more. Ooh, interesting. And obviously, since it's quite undead, we also want quite undead. It's just dead, not undead, but just dead. That's probably not gonna work unless I scale it down a lot, and then it could work. But I'd rather take these ones. Just scatter them around a little bit. There we go. And then this one as well, just a couple of big guys somewhere trapped in there. There we go. That's fine. And then this just needs to be filled up. So let's go back to our trees and just choose a couple of undead trees. I keep saying undead while it's just dead. What am I doing? Ah, well, it's fine. You guys know what I mean, right? There we go. That looks odd. That needs to be changed a little bit. Let's place these guys in between and then remove some of these, because that was just weird. You can go. And you can go. And we have another upgrade. Oh my god, that's like what? 3 upgrades in a single episode? So let's upgrade again. And, well, we chose Bling, AstroTurf, so let's go for advertisement so we get more players in. There we go. So that's a 3.1, next upgrade at 3.3.0. Very nice. Right, so it's a little bit... It's not finished, but I have to take a look at what I can maybe use. Because this is just regular decorations, and I don't really... I'm not quite sure if I'm okay with that. That could maybe fit in there, that's fine. Maybe some graves in between. I think that would be pretty cool. There we go. Maybe a grave or two here. Some barrels in. I wish we had like a busted barrel. Now this, I would have liked it to be able to change the color. If we could make it to black, that would have been great, but unfortunately I don't think we can. What is this? So that's not really going to fit. That's like a crow's nest, right? So if you place it on top, could that actually work? It actually does. Okay, let's place a couple in the trees then. So there's like very vile birds watching over us as we try to pass into this region. And we should scatter some boxes, because that always helps. Was that on the road? No, it wasn't. Oh, but it's placed on top of. No, it's actually a box in the tree. But that's fine. The bird, the bird stole a box and put it in the tree. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Scarecrow could be okay, but we should then place it a little bit more towards the entrance. There we go. That's fine. Obviously, this region on the outside should be decorated a little bit more, but it's okay. We have 23k cash right now, so yeah, we're doing pretty well. Could maybe extend these guys out a little bit, so NPCs, monsters, crocs, and then do it like that. There we go. Maybe then fill it out completely like that, and maybe just go all ghosts, because why the hell not, right? Most of the region probably won't be used, but that's okay. And look at that. I love these guys being in a party. It's just amazing seeing it. I just wonder... I would have liked to see some guys doing PvP. Obviously, we need to keep an eye on that. But yeah, that'll come rather soonish than later. Should we maybe get a shop in here as well? Just like a regular shop where you can... Maybe a coastal shop. Well, maybe we should then place it here. There we go. And then let the road lead up. There we go. So there's a shop there. You're gonna have a tough time selling your shit, but it's gonna work nonetheless. And this area, I probably want to fill this up completely with dead trees, but yeah, that's gonna take a while. I think we shouldn't spend too much more in terms of bosses or NPCs, I should say, with the exception of maybe this area. That could work, maybe a spider zone or something, or our new monster. But let's just make this completely dead. And you know, we could probably dump. Let's see, do we have them? We have a bear. We should still work on it, but yeah, let's get some bears in with medium to low density. But that's going to be it for between episodes. I'm going to finish that after I finish recording this episode, because we're almost out of time. Well, actually, we are out of time. And then I'm gonna let the game run a little bit, so we have enough money to go to our level 3 zone. Because I think that what we're doing right now is looking pretty good, but it just requires a lot more work, and I just can't copy over every tree by myself. I have to manually place them, so that's going to be at least an hour work in order to fill that out completely. But with that being said, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this episode. I certainly did, because we made some good progress. If you did, then hopefully I'll see you back in the next episode. Until then, have a good day. Bye bye.